Back in 1951 in Cleveland, we coined a phrase that became the biggest pop musical era in the world. The words rock and roll. Strike it out! You take one nerve and you pedal my brain.
You want to break the record, you say it's criminal hard.
Right, I mean, I sure like the book on it here. Weird, gotta be there.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has chosen Cleveland.
We are the rock and roll capital of the world. There's only one true one.
In July of 1951, broadcasting over WJW's 50,000-watt AM signal, Alan Freed's Moondog Show would expose a massive audience to rhythm and blues.
A lot of people thought he was a black DJ just because of the way he talked, and he knew the black artists so well.
Hi everybody, how you all? This is yours truly, Alan Freed.
He made radio exciting to listen to.
And listeners and performers alike took notice.
Nobody had ever heard of rhythm and blues and rock and roll the way he did it. I couldn't go to school and have a conversation with the kids if I hadn't listened to Moondog at night, because that's all we talked about at recess was what record Moondog played.
Part of that excitement was Freed heavily pushing a phrase that would define music for generations to come.
We coined a phrase that became the biggest pop musical era in the world. The words rock and roll.
On March 21st, 1952, Freed hosted the Moondog Coronation Ball at the Cleveland Arena. Word quickly spread, and a crowd of 25,000 fans showed up, but only 10,000 could get in. The first rock and roll concert ever staged cemented Alan Freed's influence on listeners, and his reputation grew to the point where New York stations came calling and whisked Cleveland's Moondog to the Big Apple.
He did such a job in creating this to be one of the big exports of America. This music is heard all over the world, and it probably started because Alan Freed played the records here in Cleveland.
Quincy 1260, super holy.
We brought the Beatles in and it made everybody sit up and take notice and say, wow, these guys are for real.
Broadcasting with just a 5,000-watt signal, Wixie 1260 made up for a lack in wattage with personality and imagination.
Good night, Big City. Keep on thinking free.
DJs like The Duker, The Wild Child, Luke King Kirby, Billy Bass, Jack Armstrong, and others grab listeners with their unique styles.
Jack Annie's with you, little bottom. All the way to 12 tonight.
I think it was on the stage for everybody to listen to.
But it was what the Wixie 1260 jocks did off the air that really got attention.
They knew how to promote their station in the most offbeat way that you could imagine.
From Chicken Man to the Superman, Wixie jocks were constantly out or up and about.
We did things that brought the community together.
Or 100,000 people to a concert.
The Wixie Appreciation Day, the hottest acts in the world were brought into Cleveland. And we would invite people to come out to Geauga Lake Park. 100,000 people would show it.
All those efforts paid off.
Within about a 2-year or 3-year period, Wixie 1260 had the highest AM ratings in all of America.
Norman Wayne knew how to put that combination together. Great music, great personality, great promotion, and just be involved in the city. And Wixie became the soundtrack of Cleveland for many, many years.
But then FM radio arrived, and just as quickly as Wixie 1260 rose to the top, listeners switched frequencies.
101 WMNS.
WMNS's music selection got everyone's attention.
Any given day, you got a new Van Morrison, a new Led Zeppelin, a new Beatles, Stones, James Taylor, Joni Mitchell. There was a culture around that station. Everybody was listening. All those stations around the country started playing whatever we were playing. And that's certainly the set of global acts like Bowie, Springsteen, Southside Johnny.
We've had a connection with radio here that we don't have in a lot of other places.
People not only listened, they watched too.
We also did the Concentrate concert, but free concert would be a glory.
Nobody was doing live, concerts.
We were in a room at noon with 800 people seeing something really groundbreaking.
I had 9 stations in Ohio that were playing that show. That's what made Cleveland as large as it was. In fact, Lake Cleveland, covered.
Some of their live broadcasts would sort of get circulated around on cassette tapes back in the day.
There were so many acts that debuted on that Copyright concert. went on to, fame and fortune.
The power to make or break acts had labels knocking on the station's doors.
The second was, you better get correct with them, you're the best, or you're the dead duck. In American top contemporary music show, Upbeat. My father had an idea of taking top 40 radio and putting it on TV, and that's what he did.
In August of 1964, producer Herman Spiro and WEWS Television debuted The Big Five Show.
It was the first rock and roll show that wasn't influenced by it. It was the anti-American Bandstand.
Showcasing multiple music acts every week, The Big Five Show quickly grew a devoted following.
I think that we afforded the audience an opportunity to see, not just listen to the records, but see the people perform live.
The Big Five Show became bigger than anyone could have imagined.
It was so successful, syndicated after about a year. It was syndicated in over 100 cities. Then it became the Upbeat Show.
That made Upbeat Studios a destination station for any act hoping to make it big.
I must have done the Upbeat Show 2 dozen times.
The Monkees, Jerry Lee Lewis, any kind of Motown act. You always have some new artists that you would try to interview, and you would also try to have somebody from Cleveland on every show. Great opportunity to break the record.
There were too many situations like that across the country. There were a few local shows, but there weren't local shows that had gone to a large degree national.
Everybody got to see it. We'd be on the road and every midnight we'd catch ourselves in Boston, or catch ourselves in Chicago. It was on all over, so we got that exposure. It was another thing that just drove home to the artists. Cleveland, career, gotta be there.
Upbeat eventually lost its groove with viewers, and the studio lights dimmed for good in 1971.
During the years that we did it, I don't think that anybody realized the importance and the magnitude of it.
Recognition of Upbeat's contributions did come when the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame named WEWS Studios a rock and roll landmark in 2000.
Everyone played Leon.
The place I remember performing at the most was Leo's Casino. You looked up and the whole line out there in front of the trying to get in that club. The places were big and they were packed.
Canton natives and future Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, the OJs, considered Leo's a home away from home.
We probably Leo's 5 pounds a year.
We rehearsed there.
It got us in front of people that we wouldn't have had an opportunity. It got us audience that we wouldn't have had a chance to reach.
Record labels considered Leo's a crucial venue for their artists, but it was what was happening with the audience that would cement the club